Yes.
I don't have a gavel here, so we'll call to order the regular common council meeting, Monday, March 1st, 7 PM. Roll call.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
The next item is Pledge of Allegiance. Cindy has a special guest back there to recite that for us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was excellent.
Update for appropriate meeting notice.
meeting was noticed on Friday, February 26th. The agendas were posted at the post office, library, and city hall.
Thank you. Council acceptance of the agenda.
Davis, motion to accept.
Braun, second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick. Burdick,
Kind of looks like he froze. There. Jim, you were froze up for a while.
Am I back?
You're back.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you. Motion passes. Any personal appearances out there? Nobody's anything up here, so we'll move on to the minutes from February 15.
So moved.
I'll second. This is Ann.
Any corrections or additions?
I had two things.
Okay,
Under Plan Commission, the second sentence, I think building owners take ownership is redundant. So instead of encourages building owners to take ownership, let's just say first floor provides flexibility in their building uses.
okay, would that have been taken off the tape when that was printed out?
it was summarized.
Okay. So we're okay with that summary that Casey just gave us?
Yes,
Okay.
The second item was on the second page under filling employee vacancies. I believe the year was 2003, not 2013. And instead of state revenue funds, it might be more descriptive to say state shared revenue. That's it.
See that 03 is correct. That is what was discussed. So there's one thing
Yeah.
to approve the minutes. Or the
Okay,
other-
okay. Just one thing wrong. Utilities women, Jen Leslie did make a brief report that they met on February 8th, approved bills and payroll, and discussed the lead credits. That wasn't included in the minutes.
You were breaking up real bad, at least over here, Jim, so I don't know where you were at here.
Jim, I think you better turn off your video, and just use the audio.
Well, how do you do that? That work?
Yeah, you're
Can you hear me?
talking, but we can't see you.
Okay, good. And all I was saying was that, on the minutes that we're missing, last time on the agenda, we had utilities report, and Katie did give a report that said, that they met on February 8th and approved bills and payroll and discussed a leak credit. I don't know how detailed you want to be on the minutes, but it wasn't included in the minutes. If you want to add that.
That's correct. We can add that in.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else? Okay. Is the motion now to approve the amended minutes?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay with the second?
Yeah, Shaw, second.
And if there's no further corrections, roll call.
Radke,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Leggett,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Motion passes. Let's move on to the finance committee and go back to the Candy.
What was the last part you said, Chris?
Go with Candy on the finance.
Okay, thank you. Yes, finance met this evening at 6:30. And I'll make a motion to approve bills and payroll in the amount of $143,826.07.
I'll second.
Questions on the bill? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve an operator's license for Katie Crisp.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
The only thing I would add is approval was given, from Chief Kowalski to move forward with this approval or with this license.
Okay,
Even though the form said denied?
Good question. And, Chief, you want to go ahead and respond to that?
Yes, so according to our record, she was arrested for an OWI in 2018. There was a conviction in November of 2019. So it's past the 12 months. She satisfied all the requirements set by the courts. I think that was an oversight on our record's part. In accordance to the ordinance, she would meet the qualifications to have an operator's license.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Sure.
anyone else? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to approve releasing funds in the amount of $1,540 to the Tobacco Museum Organization with the condition that the board use the funds in accordance with the provisions of the original donation.
I second.
Any discussion?
I wanted to add too that in case you guys were curious of what the new official name is, it is the Edgerton Community Heritage Foundation. So that's what we'll be operating under.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick, Braun,
I'll abstain.
Langen,
I'll abstain.
Burdick,
Yes.
Motion passes 4 yeses and 2 abstentions.
Okay, motion to declare City Hall multifunction DVD recorder and Apex Light digital video recorder as surplus. And if you might recall, this is the old equipment. We got new equipment, so this is the old equipment we'll be declaring as surplus.
Second, Shaw.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes.
And that's it for finance.
Thank you. Plan Commission, we have on there to consider introducing, approving the first reading of City of Edgerton Ordinance 21-04, amend section 22.210, official zoning map of the Code of Zoning Ordinances, amend Lot 45 West Meadows First Edition from R4 to R4 Plan Development.
Burdick can make that motion.
For a second,
Davis, second.
any discussion?
This is Ann. I'd like to amend that motion to remove the private streets and make it a public street.
Is there a second? Is there a second?
Can you give a little background as to why you're suggesting that?
Yes, I would love to. As elected city officials, I believe it is up to us to guide the city on how we want it to develop. I personally feel that having a development with private streets are not in the best interest of the city. Each residence, I believe, should have the same safe and secure streets with the same standards, same width, same care, same maintenance as any other street. Each residence of the Edgerton pay the same taxes and should have the same streets with snow plowing services and maintenance as every other street. I do not believe that it should depend on the developer to set the standards. I believe it is up to this body to set the standards equally for every street.
So
Do we need a second, Bill?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, you do.
Okay,
You have a motion, it's still on the table, called twice.
I'll second.
okay, discussion.
So, I'm just trying to better understand then what's the flip side of that? Why do they want that as private?
There are various reasons why a developer might want a private street. I don't know that there's been any one specific issue named by this developer. There was the Plan Commission received a rather lengthy review of the costs and benefits of private streets. There are costs, there are benefits to the city as well as to the developer. And the Plan Commission debated this very topic and recommended to you as a body to allow the private street.
Okay, thank you for that background.
What was the vote by the Planning Commission on that topic?
I'm going on memory, but I believe it was somebody made a motion to amend and no one seconded.
That's right. Anyone else? Okay, the vote is on the amendment to not have a private street. There's no further discussion. Roll call.
Radke,
Yes.
Braun,
No.
Langen,
No.
Davis,
No,
Shaw,
No.
Burdick, Burdick,
Jim, are you gone again?
I'm frozen again, I think. Can you hear me?
What did you vote on the?
No.
No?
Correct, no.
Motion fails 1-5. Now back to the original motion. Is there any further discussion on that? Hearing none, roll call.
Burdick,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
No.
Braun,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Motion passes 5-1. I don't have anything else that I brought with for that. If anybody has anything that we did that night and remembers it, wants to give me the vote on it.
No. That's pretty much it, Chris.
Nothing else on there?
No, just that, we're gonna read. We're doing it. That was it.
Okay.
So what we just did, yes.
All right, thank you.
Next meeting, March 16th was the last thing we said. So,
Right, public hearing on that. Tourism Commission.
The Tourism Commission met on February 23rd. Citizen Jim Capellan provided a report on how several area tourism efforts, how they're both funded and how they're staffed. The main component of the meeting was Chris Rebout, an Edgerton native who heads up the Janesville Visitors Bureau, met with us via Zoom. She provided history of how that entity is funded and how it was created. She's been in that position more than 20 years. She also indicated that the Janesville Visitors Bureau hires tourism efforts, or is hired to conduct tourism efforts for the city of Milton as well. Near the end of the meeting, the group decided to just inquire if the Janesville Visitors Bureau is even willing to take the Edgerton Area Commission on as a client. It wasn't voted on to do that. It was just to put out the feelers to see if they would even entertain that, given some of the synergies that could be achieved if the same entity, could see from 30,000 feet the tourism efforts of both Janesville, Milton, and the Edgerton area, all from the same county. That was the main highlight of the meeting, and we set our next meeting for March 23rd.
Thank you. Anything to come from the fire district?
Yeah, I'll quickly report, and then I believe we have Chief Pickering on also. The fire district currently this week, we are going through audit. So CPERT is in the department at district headquarters doing their audits. I'll be meeting with them tomorrow or Wednesday, but they'll be here all week. And hopefully everything will turn out just groovy on that. So, and I think we have Chief Pickering to provide some more details and statistics on calls.
Sure, I'm gladly, and just really quick, continues to be sort of amazingly busy. My point of reference for the month of February, during a 48-hour period, and it was during one of the snowstorm periods, but during a 48-hour period, we had 14 calls for service in that 48 hours. Including 9 crash events out on the interstate. That sort of set off about a 2-week period overall, where in that 2-week period, we had a total of
14 crash-related incidents out on the interstate. So it has been very, very busy, and I think the issue, especially during the inclement weather, has been just how dangerous it's been for our teams to be out there in those events, and so it's been kind of entertaining. On a much more, I guess, positive note, we conducted ice rescue training this weekend. Had about 17 people go through the training, including a pretty large percentage of those actually in the water and are getting their certification for ice water or ice rescue training. So that was very, very good, and continues to add to our overall preparedness for whatever kind of gets thrown at us. In the miscellaneous category, I don't know if I've mentioned this to the group or not. We're doing something in cooperation with the Edgerton School District as well as Blackhawk Technical College, where we actually have 4 high school students, what I always refer to as a school to work program. It's called Careers in Action. Where they're actually here at the fire station 4 times a week. They're going through Firefighter 1 training, the actual state certification training. And when they graduate from the class and graduate from the high school, they'll actually come out fully certified in Firefighter 1. So, and that they are just fun to watch because they are full of energy and really into it. So a lot of good things. Other than that, any questions, I'll certainly take them. Thank you.
That's it for Fire District, Mayor.
Thank you. And the next item is to consider adoption of City of Edgerton Resolution 0121 Tax Incremental District Number 5 Termination Resolution.
Davis, I'll make that a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Davis,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Radke,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
Motion passes. Dear alderpersons and staff reports. The only thing I have is I hope this doesn't last long because this is not any fun at all here. Sam, I hope you can hear us okay.
How many more days do you think the quarantine will be?
Was most of this week yet, Ramona?
If everyone tests negative today, when everyone got tested, Thursday, the city hall should be open again.
On Friday?
Thursday.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything?
I just wanted to say we missed Crossing Guard Week and we can need to recognize one of our own, Katie. Thank you.
It's not this week. It was a couple weeks ago, but I certainly appreciate that, Jim.
Well, we missed it, so I figured we'd go back to it. I saw you in the paper.
Thank you.
I have a question for Attorney Morgan. On the agenda, and I've noted this in the past, we will have under different commissions report on discussion and action taken at previous meeting repeatedly, either like Plan Commission, Tourist Commission, or whatever commission. My question is, should we be more specific on the agenda as to what those reports may be, as far as action that may have been taken, because citizens that are interested in their local government may look at the agenda and have no idea that a commission meeting has taken place and there's been some action And then they have no idea from reading the agenda as it's written, report on discussion and action taken at previous meeting, meaning the committee meetings.
Certainly, and your point is well taken. However, two thoughts on that. First of all, obviously, all those other meetings are noticed. They're on the calendar. The citizens, to the extent that they have an interest, can certainly attend and observe firsthand. That's number one. Number two, it has always been my practice to advise my clients, and I know I've always advised the city of Edgerton that if there is something substantive, something of significant importance, that we know that a majority of people would be interested in, it is a better practice to say specifically what that action is. Obviously, any action items that come out of those committees to this council are noticed, just as it was on today's agenda. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the way the agenda is written. It is just a general update for council who may not have been present at those underlying meetings of what's going on in those meetings. They may well have an interest themselves and may attend at future meetings.
Right, it just appears to be a little vague when I see that. Not contesting it, I'm just questioning it.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay. There's nothing else. We'll look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
A second.
Roll call.
Radke,
Yes.
Engen,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Braun,
Yes.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.